Hey, what's going on, guys? Archer Mark here, back with another video for you. And again, kind of sticking with the New York Comic Con theme. Sorry if you're getting sick of hearing about it, but like I said, next few vids are gonna be in that theme. So one thing specific I wanted to talk about. Uh, Something that happened. I had an experience that, for me, has become my most favorite memory of any show that I've ever been to. Whether it's been any kind of like a toy show or a Comic Con like this, any kind of collectible show, anything like that I've ever been to. This has become my most favorite thing that has happened or that I've experienced. It was just, in general, just a great positive experience. So I wanted to share you this story. So one of the people that I met was Jason David Frank, who's a guy. He played the character of Tommy Oliver, who was the original Green Ranger on Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. For some of you who remember that show, maybe you were kids and grew up watching that show. I was a little older than the typical demographic for that show, but there's something about it I still enjoyed. I'm not as big of a fan as some other people, but I don't know, I enjoyed it. Anyway, but this guy, he was there, and I get down there, and it was about 1 o'clock or a little before 1 o'clock, and I get on the line. The line is huge, and it was just like, you know what? I'm gonna get on. I'll just get on. Let me get on the back of this line now before it gets any longer, and I get on there and I start, and you're waiting. And I tell you, it was like 3 hours, 3 hours by the time I got up to meet him and got off the line to do whatever I was going to do after that. But I tell you, I didn't mind it. As weird as it may sound, I did not mind waiting 3 hours just to meet this person and just talk to him for a few seconds to get his autograph. It was so cool. Because here it is, whenever you're in line for something like this, or if you've ever been in line at like a midnight showing at a movie or something like that, you just inevitably, you're going to strike up a conversation with the person behind you or in front of you or what have you, because you gotta do something. So here it is, you're surrounded by people that have the same interest, love the same TV show or movie, whatever the case may be, and you're talking about it. You're talking about it, and you're talking about like, oh, remember this episode, or it was cool when they did this, or whatever. And we didn't just talk about Power Rangers. We talked about other things. But, yeah, like I said, I was talking to the guy behind me, then wound up talking to the person in front of me, someone to the left of me, and so on. And it was just, and that really helped the experience, because that, helped pass the time. And there didn't seem like to be a time where I would look at my watch just to check, just to get an idea of like how long it's been, but I was never like, oh God, it's been so long. Oh my God, I want to get off this line. No, I was like enjoying myself. And then another thing that really made this so special was Jason David Frank himself, and that's why I wanted to tell you this story. It was so cool. He comes out and there's an uproar, an explosion of cheers, and he comes out. He's so, into the fans and doing these cons. He's been going all over the country. There's another company called Wizard World. It's different from the people that do New York Comic Con, but they do cons in all sorts of big cities. Philly, Atlanta, L.A., Boston, so on, so many others. So he's been doing a lot of these lately. And I've seen some of the footage, and the lines are like these huge, huge lines. Bigger than some like stars from like really big movies. And so he does, but he's so into it. And like next year, you have the Super Mega Force thing that's coming out where they're taking, it's the 20th anniversary of Power Rangers. So they've invited a bunch of characters or actors to come back from over the past, 20 years to make like this like super team. And I'm not sure exactly how this is going to have, what the story's going to be, really. But he's part of that, and he said many times, and I generally feel that he says this, it's truth, that he would do this for nothing because the fans wanted him to come back, and he's doing it for the fans, and that he would honestly, even if he wasn't getting paid, he would do it because the fans wanted it so much, and I believe that. You know, and you see, I saw on that day how much he cares about the fans. You know, how much. First of all, he comes out, this huge uproar, and people are like chanting for him, and you know, and he'll get out there and he starts signing. He's like, you know, you guys are pumped, you guys excited, you know, we're gonna do this, you know, all this stuff. And periodically, like, he had like little things that he would throw out to the crowd, like little freebies. He had like Power Ranger stickers and lanyards and things like that. I didn't get my hands on any, but that's fine. I don't care. And then he would do this thing, and I've seen footage of him doing this at other cons, and he did this like 3-4 times during the course of these 3 hours, and probably did it more times after that. He took his iPad, and you know, he hit record and started to run the length of the line, so getting everybody, you know, on the line, you know, recorded on his iPad. And he's like, this will be on my Facebook page later on. This will be on my Facebook page later on. And there were a couple times where people would get up to the line and maybe they said something really cool or something he thought was really interesting or funny or whatever, and he would have them repeat it on the iPad and record it. He says, this will be on my Facebook page. And he did do that because he did that with me. I'll get into what I said in a few moments, but he did that. He said he was going to put this stuff on his Facebook page, and he did. And he did all that stuff, and he started people doing chants of like Power Ranger chants, and one point people were chanting Dragon Zord, you know, Dragon Zord, Dragon Zord, Dragon Zord. You know, if you're familiar with the character in the show, you'll understand what that means. And one point he started us singing the Power Rangers theme, like, in everyone, and again, and you got like, I don't know how many people, but like singing in unison, and he recorded that stuff, and he would put that on the videos that he'll put on his Facebook page, his like fan page, and he does that, and it's like the crowd is into it, and it's like, and while he's doing that, of course, he's not signing at that point. So that's a few moments where he's not signing, even though there's this huge line, but the people are so into it, and you can tell he just cares. He cares so much. You really get that feeling that every person in that line is important to him. You know, and I think it is. You know, I really believe that it is, and he gets so into it, and he really is just so interactive with the fans that you're not caring that you're standing in line for 2, 3 hours, 4 hours, however long it is. You know, 3 from, in my case, it's like you're not caring because he's making it interesting, and he's making it fun, and it's so great. So now I finally get up to him. It's my turn, and I said to him, he says, oh, you know, thank you for sticking around. I'm sorry the line is so long. And I says, no, that's okay. And this is what I said, and this has just popped in my head. I said, this has seriously been the most fun that I ever had waiting in line for someone. And I meant that because of all that had gone on. And he says, wow, that's really cool of you to say. And he says, wait a second, I want you to say this again. He says, I'm going to turn my iPad on and say your name and say what you just said again. And I'm record it now, and it'll go on my Facebook page later on. And I did that, and it is on the video on it. If you go on his Facebook page, if you're fans of his, there's a couple times during like the crowd recordings that you can see me, and then it's at like the 10:20, 10:30 mark that he puts up. There comes my video, and it's just really cool the way he you know, that he did that. And then even else on the video, you see you see that now the con ended at 7, he stayed to after 8, past 8, to make sure that he got to every person in the room. And he panned the camera around, and you can see there's no one else in the room. There were other people that were doing signings. There's no one else. No one else is gone. Everyone from any other line. The only one there are Jason and the last few fans. He stayed to make sure that every person got their chance, and which I think is just so awesome to do. And then now they also did, like, he was doing like photo ops that was like a separate thing from when he wasn't signing, which was cool. Which I was thinking of doing that, but I didn't realize they were going to do this. A couple people before you get up to, they have people sort of like helping with the session, and they say, now it's $20 for an autograph if you have your own item. It's an extra 20 if you wanted to use one of the 8x10s that they have provided. I didn't have an item for them to sign because I figured they'd have 8x10s, which they did that, and that's fine. I don't have a problem with that. And then if you wanted, for another $20, you could have a picture taken with them, with your camera, which I thought was great, because then I don't have to go on this other big line for the photo. So I opted to do that. And they had a person there that would just take people's cameras, you'd hand them their camera, they didn't take them out of your hands, and take the picture for you. So it wasn't like a buddy like trying to like snap a photo. Like, no, they would take a couple seconds to like get the two in frame and take the picture. I did that, and I thought that was really great. So that comes to this like $60. The photo op, if you did that alone, was $50. So to me, it was worth it. And it really made it special, and honestly made that to be just the most special moment I've ever had at a con at all. All the years I've gone to various Comic-Cons and other toy shows or whatever, it made it the most special. And I would absolutely, if he's at New York Comic Con next year, I will absolutely wait on that line again to meet him again, because he made it special. He made you want to stay there. Like, you didn't mind staying there. Just real quick, I'll show you this. This is the 8x10 photo that he had there. See, to Mark, and there's the autograph. This is what he looks like now, because he also did photo ops in the costume, in the Green Ranger costume, on Saturday. Again, I didn't do that because I already had the photo. I didn't want to get on the line again. And then Sunday, he was doing it with the White Ranger costume. So that was really cool. So I thought that was a really neat story. I thought I would share that story with you guys. I thought maybe you'd get a kick out of it. So hope you enjoyed this video and the story. Again, rate, comment, subscribe. Any questions you have down below from me, please, don't be afraid to ask. So we'll have that. So there's this. Again, I did a couple other short videos and one other like overall video, and then I have my haul video, and there's, like I said, there's gonna be Comic-Con related videos over the next few days, week or so. So hopefully you enjoy that. So until next time, so long and have a good day.